Hi, welcome back. It's Millie Too Fly. I decided to change my scenery up and shoot at my friend's hair showroom. It's called Vogue Hair Showroom, and it's located in Dallas, Texas. So make sure you guys check them out. And I also decided to have a guest with me today, Mr. Stephen Godot, the fashion extraordinaire. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, Camille.
You look fabulous always.
Thank you. You
Always
too,
dressed
always.
to the T.
Thank you. You too.
I would love for you to introduce yourself and let my YouTube people know who you are. Well, I'm sure you guys know who you are, know who he is, but I want him to formally introduce himself.
Thank you, Millie. I'm Stephen Godot. I am the designer of Stephen Godot. Stephen Godot is a brand that's it specializes in high-end luxury, where we mostly we specialize in custom, more like weddings, formal, but I actually design everything. It started years ago. It's grown, it's flourished, and very proud of where it is today. From a number of celebrities, been featured in magazines, so I'm very proud of where we are today.
Awesome, awesome. So I have a few questions I want to ask you since you've taken out the time to come sit with me. I really appreciate it.
Okay, I have answers.
So tell me, when did you realize fashion was your passion?
I actually didn't even know fashion was going to be my passion. I was just always an artistic child, as far as art, writing books, writing screenplays for movies, because I eventually wanted to be a screenplay writer and I wanted to write and direct horror films. So my mom would buy me these little journals to write in, and I would write like stories and movies and books or whatever. But I found myself in fashion. My parents, they were very big on everything they wore. When they would step out, my dad, back in the 80s, he would wear like mesh shirts and MC Hammer pants and cowboy boots. And my mom always had the blazers with the brooch. They were just always stylish. And they would always dress me to the T. So I found myself just slowly, telling people what to wear, what they should wear, what they shouldn't wear. And people would like say, "Hey, Stephen, you should really consider fashion." And I'm like, okay. And I just started getting into fashion, cutting up clothes, dressing myself and telling people what to wear. Next thing you know, they say, "Hey, Stephen, try to start a clothing line." I never started, and I'm not taking it from anybody who does, but I never started with T-shirts. I've never did a T-shirt line. I just went straight into, working with a seamstress, putting things together, learning my fabric, sourcing, and next thing you know, it just popped off. So, from the New York Fashion Week, I did that, and next thing you know, I took a rap with the celebrities. Name got around, and here I am.
Awesome. That's a cool story. So you say you started with comic books or like
Well, no, not comic books. I actually started with. I was a big horror movie person, and I always wanted to go exactly what Jordan Peele, the director, is doing today. That's exactly what I wanted to be doing today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I always had like this twisted, mind, but it was artistic.
Well, I think that goes hand in hand. Most people who are in fashion, they love arts.
Right.
It's always that, and people who are in art, they love fashion. So
Exactly.
it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
That's cool. How do you stay creative?
Life keeps me creative. Just even women, you guys, your shape, just history, music. A lot of times when I'm sketching and I want to get into my mood, I'll just put on a playlist and listen to all my favorite music and just vibe and just come up with, a collection. Literally takes me probably a collection of like maybe 8 looks. I'll be done in probably 35 minutes. I can just come up with a collection.
Oh wow, that's you have to be very creative to do that. So congrats to that. What are some of your favorite designers?
My favorite designer, and just growing up as a child, I'm going to have to say it's going to be Tom Ford.
Oh yes, love
Yeah.
Tom. What era of Tom Ford?
Well, I've been studying Tom Ford ever since he helped reinvent Gucci in 1991. I used to stay up. My mom used to let me watch Style. It's the Style channel. Back then, it's E. And
Yeah.
at 12 o'clock, it turned into the Style Network. And I used
Yeah.
to sit there and watch, the documentaries from New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. But Tom Ford, he is actually my number one. He's clean cut. He keeps it consistent. His aesthetic is it's classic. So I'm really a big fan of him. And it's kind of like with the designers in the era, like you pull something from everybody. Like you see how Tom Ford keeps it classic. Versace, they're going to keep it very gaudy. A lot of people say it'll be over the top, but it still has their customer. Givenchy. Givenchy is always going to be classic black. You could just tell a Givenchy piece. So I would say those are my top three right now. But I respect, plenty.
Got it. Great picks.
Thank
I
you.
love them all.
Thank you.
And who would you love to style?
I mean, the top of my list, and I'm still on the go. And I'm
Can
gonna
I guess
claim
it?
Sure,
Beyonce.
of course, Queen B. That's my number one.
Beyonce people, if y'all are watching,
Or even if Beyonce is watching.
Beyonce, I know you like YouTube. Beyonce, I need you to slide through Stephen Godot. Girl, I got you. Why Beyonce?
I would say a lot of people, it probably would be cliche to say, but I have personal goals that I work as an artist. And Beyonce is just the aesthetic of a woman I design around. She's very curvy. She's not your normal size 2.
Yeah.
She has a real great shape, and also she's just confident.
Yeah.
She also, I think the way that she wears anything, she wears it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With confidence and
Yeah.
just, she holds up like
The
no matter
garment
what.
isn't wearing her. She's
That's
wearing
true.
the garment.
That's true. That's true. Who would you like to collab with? Like a designer or, yeah, I said designer. Who would you like to collab with? And why would you like to collab with?
If I could do any collaboration with any designer right now, that's a hole.
I had to catch him off guard. I had to do this.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say Tom Ford.
Tom Ford.
I
Yeah.
mean, me being from Louisiana and Tom Ford being from the South too. He's right out of Austin, Texas. I don't know if
Oh,
you
I
guys
know
know
that.
that. He's so down to earth. They said you can even catch him walking 6th Street, every now and then in Austin, Texas. But I just have so much respect for Tom Ford, the way he kept his aesthetic from when he was designing for a whole nother brand, and when he went over to, Tom Ford. I just have a lot of respect for him, so I would love to do a collaboration with Tom Ford.
I like that. Tell me some of your memorable moments.
Memorable moments. I have 3, I would say. So my first one would be when, it's kind of 2 parts to this one, but my first one would be when I made the front page of my hometown newspaper on a Sunday. They said local designer Stephen Godot made it to New York Fashion Week. So that was big for me, coming from my hometown and giving others inspirations.
Yeah.
That, hey, this is possible, coming from a
That's true.
small local town. And then actually appearing in New York Fashion Week was my next big thing. Just the feedback, the reviews I got back from everyone. I mean, just, like this little black guy, brown guy, just going to New York Fashion Week and, just wow and stunning everyone. And I would say my last would be being featured in British Vogue magazine.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that make you feel when you got featured in when you got featured in British?
I mean, that's something that, growing up as a child, something you look forward to, but you don't see it until you're probably the age of further in your career.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and for it to come so early, it's something that I can actually check off my list and say, hey, I've done it, you know?
Sure.
So, I mean, I look forward to what else is coming. And, yeah.
Well, tell me, what do you have coming up that we should look forward to?
Right now, I've been focusing and concentrating a lot on weddings and my wedding clients. I am actually, I mean, it's long and it's been anticipated. I'm going to start on my men's collection.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to finally start, you know, a men's collection. And also, I'm going back to my ready to wear, where, you know, it'll be everyday apparel, you know, for the woman. You know, like maybe something that you are wearing. Like right now, I'll have, instead of, you know, off the runway, high, you know, couture, it'll be more, you know, well, hey, I can throw this on and I'm good.
I
know?
love effortless looks, or what you call street chic
Yes.
looks, that you can just throw it on.
So you probably can throw on a tank top and a feather skirt and, you know,
Yeah.
a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any advice for any upcoming designers?
I would say find out what it is, your market. Who are you trying to reach? Who are you trying to touch? Stick with it. Do not lower your brand. You know, do not lower, hey, for money. You know,
Yeah.
do what you want to do. Stick to that, and it's might take a little bit longer, but stay true to your brand, because your brand is like your baby. You're raising your baby, and of course you want your baby to be what, you know, what's best for them, but what you want them to be. So I would say just stay true to yourself, stay true to your brand, don't give up, and just continue to follow your dream.
Oh, thank you, Stephen Godot.
Oh, you're welcome, Millie.
Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you as always. Thank y'all for watching. How can they find you? What's your social media and your website?
Instagram, you can find me at Stephen Godot. That's STEPHEN and GOUDEAU. You can also find me at www.stephengodot.com. You can Google me. And also on Facebook, you can find me at facebook.com/the Stephen Godot.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Also, you can find me at CamilleCosmetics.com on my social medias, both Facebook and Instagram, or you can go to shopcamille.com. See you guys next time. Bye.
I just want to know when y'all gonna let me end my video.